Hey, Trump hits back at Harris with Kamala's Project 2025. Former President Donald Trump struck back at Vice President Kamala Harris by releasing what he says is Harris's version of Project 2025 on Thursday. The list of policies Trump accuses Harris of supporting comes in reference to the Heritage Foundation's own Project 2025. Democrats have sought to tie Trump to the Heritage Project, but he says he has not read it and does not support it. Trump argued on social media that Harris's Project 2025 includes such policies as citizens for 20 million illegals and taxpayer-funded reparations, among other things. These are some of the things that he put on here. He said Kamala's Project 2025. Citizens for 20 million illegals, ban gas-powered cars, replace police with social workers, ban fracking, transgender surgeries for minors, taxpayer-funded reparations, pack the U.S. Supreme Court, government and big tech censorship, cashless bail for violent criminals, federal takeover of all elections, use tax dollars to fund abortions, enforce racist affirmative action, mandate vaccinations, and require government approval to buy a gun. These are the things that he kind of listed off. This is her Project 2025.
So he's like, look, I know I got a Project 2025, but let me tell you about hers. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just made up a list.
Made up a list of shit.
He just made up a list of shit, right? And so it's funny because like he's just admitting, he's like, yeah, I got one, but hers is worse.
Hers is worse than mine.
Hers is worse than mine.
She wants to fund minors to become transgenders. And she wants to she said what he put in there, taxpayer funded reparations. That is like damn near the most racist dog whistle type thing you could possibly say. Or you act like black people don't pay taxes. You're like, we don't pay taxes.
Like you act like reparations isn't owed. It's not something we're asking for. Like, hey, maybe you should give us reparations for this. You gave the Jewish community reparations for something that happened in Europe. You gave the Japanese reparations because they were locked up and put in internment camps. You gave the natives reparations because you killed 90% of them. Now, the African Americans, the foundational ones, that was your reward for helping them win the Civil War.
Bigger than that. For slavery, man. For hundreds of years of free labor.
Free from slavery, right? But there was also a piece of it where they're supposed to give us a piece of a state. And that's what it equals out to. But when Lincoln got killed, the guy came behind him. He was conservative, Southern dude. He said, no, I ain't giving you nothing. It's owed. That's the whole thing. It's you owe this.
It's bigger. It's bigger than that. They absolutely owe it. You know what I mean? But bigger than that, it's a part of our history, a part of the foundation of this country, of how it was started.
They're trying to get rid of that history.
And that's why he said racist affirmative act. Look at this verbiage, man. He's telling you who he is. I had this guy, a friend of mine.
He's already told us who he was, bro. He's just
100,000 times.
He has to go balls to the wall because he's getting ready. He's already claiming election fraud already. He's going balls to the wall because he knows if he loses, he has to burn the country down or else he's going to jail.
I mean,
and that Trump booty is looking kind of cute right now. Like, ooh, you got money, huh?
I'm like this. I mean, I think some of the things he mentioned may have merit. I'm not going to say none of them do. I mean, some of them may have merit. I look at some of the things that people who are Democrats do expound, and some of them are on that list. Yeah. But a large percentage of them, I think, a large proportion of what he's saying is really just trying to push the buck onto her. Everyone knows his 2025 is really what he's already pushing in action with, and he'll do it no matter what. Yeah. He doesn't need the votes. He's telling everybody right now, I don't care if I get Congress to vote for it or not. This is what I'm about to do, so it really don't matter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
I don't.
So now all of a sudden, now
he's like, hey, they got one too. Y'all here? Let me list it off. Ours is written down. You can find it online. But let me just tell you a list.
Tell
of
you what
theirs are. They haven't put it up yet, but we got it right here. What's that? Yes, they're gonna let your animals get transgender surgery.
Let Haitians
becomes Dookie.
I know you heard about the the congressman from Louisiana who said the crazy.
I got the picture. I got the quote actually.
That guy is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I put it on our site. He said these Haitians are wild, eating pets, voodoo, nasty. Is Representative Clay Higgins. Excuse me. He says, "LOL. These Haitians are wild, eating pets, voodoo, nastiest country in the Western Hemisphere, cults, slapstick gangsters. But damned if they don't feel so sophisticated now, filing charges against our president and VP. All these thugs better get their mind right and their asses out of our country before January 20th.
Listen, he wanted to say uppity. When he said they sure feel sophisticated, he wanted to say
Yeah.
uppity to him. That's what he really wanted to come in there and put in there right there.
And he took
I
it
mean,
down, but someone was like, "Yo, the internet is forever, homie."
we already saw. We know exactly who you are. This is who they are, man. This is and I know people like to push and say, "Oh, you got." I had a friend of mine send me a thing saying, trying to show off all this stuff to saying Trump is not racist. I said Trump has racist views, but Trump is a opportunist. He understands who he's preaching to. He
Yeah.
saw who he was preaching to, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they're good with me saying all this stuff.
Remember,
Let
at
me go
first
ahead and say
it was
more."
lock her up. Now it's get them all out.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like they want to kick. I mean, honestly, if you listen to what they're saying, they really want to get a large portion of people of color out of this country. This is what this is really about.
Oh,
This
they're
is what
gonna
all
get us
this.
all out. Like, every last one of them. Then they're gonna realize, it's not as fun as it used to be. And then they're gonna keep some as slaves to make them do sports and sex and
Hey,
and tell
why
jokes. Like,
why
damn,
why
they just let me off the chain.
hey why you're saying that right there? I gotta